Okay, so I'm gonna get started with looking through the cards that I have that I would like to consider for substitutions for Aminatou. At the end of this process, I will make a build. So off the top, cards that I know would be really great in the future, but I'm not gonna muck with them now. I'm not gonna go as per artifacts in the build today, so I'm not gonna put this in, but I'm just mentioning it here because Aminatou has an as per artifacts build in its future, in my opinion. It also has an as per artifacts build in its future, not for today. I'm definitely going to put this in because it's a really good mana rock. It's really grown on me, kind of like a junk rare and constructed, but I think in Commander it turns out to be pretty good. You guys can tell me. I'm not sure if I want to have a double effect for the filtering at 3. Maybe in the as per artifacts build, that will be it. Maybe not in this build. I may even take out the other card that's functionally the same as this card in the deck. Again, more of, if I go as per artifacts, which I'm not doing today, these guys would have to go in. Okay. I'm on miracles. I got a bunch of miracles. I'm doing a lot of scrying. I want to put this in. I'm not a huge fan. Okay, in 2018, 6 years after becoming a Magic player, I'm not a big fan of extra turns. I used to be when I was a super ultra noob. I'm still kind of a noob. I used to be crazy about extra turns. I want to take as many extra turns. And then I would take an extra turn and all I'd do is drop another land. That's just super mega lame. An extra turn is fantastic if it lets you win the game, or if you're rolling out a gigantic combo and you need 2 turns to roll out that combo and really mess up the whole table. I'm gonna put it in, but I would say I would put it in with that caveat. I'm not going wide in today's build, or pretty much any build that I would make out of Aminatou. So even though this is in color, I would not put it in. I'm not gonna be dropping a bunch of tokens. I'm not doing any of those tricks. Where are the other? I had the other 2. Here they are. I'm not on a super control deck with lots of card draw in today's build, and I don't think I would be in any of the other expansion builds that I'm thinking about, so I would not put this in. Now, Bontu, I would put in the Esper, well, they're all Esper, in the zombie build. I'm not doing that today because I still need to get my zombie mini cube happy with a bunch of zombies that it's missing, but this one would go into the zombie build. This guy, for sure, I put him in somehow. I mean, he's a flyer. Yeah, causes discard a random. This guy, too, it's got a really nice bunch of zombies effect, and it comes in as a 4/4/5. It doesn't have flying, but it has menace. Vana has vigilance and life link, and when you pay 7 life, you destroy something. I like it. I think I put it in. Rona, I would have to debate about whether I put her in. I think it's a she. I think I finally decided that I think it's a she. Yeah, I'm not sure. I really like the Sphinx's Revelation on a stick on this card. I would put it in just to try it, see if it makes it. I'm not on an instance and sorceries build. I almost am with the cards out of the box, but I want to have more critters and I want to do more enchantments, so I'm not sure Baral's cut out to help Aminatou. I'll have to do a 1 power and toughness count before I think about putting Tetsuko in, but these 2 I really want to put in. Definitely I really want to put in. Tassa is a definite, and Athros, I'm never going to get the devotion for them, so they're really going to be enchantments. But boy, as long as your devotion to white, I'm sorry, so the last one, whenever another creature you own dies, you own, I love that, not you control. Return it to your hand unless target opponent pays 3 life. This guy is in for sure. So you can see that I'm already forming opinions about what I want to put in. So let's take our legendaries and the few things that we discussed aside. Not sure how much flickering this deck deserves. At first I was very excited about flickering, but then I realized that in the ultimate you're giving them to somebody else, your cards, and if you want them back you really have to do unsummon effects. You cannot do flicker. You can't flicker because you don't control. You only own at the moment that you give them away. But there is a flicker variant in the deck, and flickering can be used. You can try to engineer it with some enter the battlefield cards. I don't think that's the build that I'm thinking about at this moment, but as I think further, maybe even if I get to play it online, yeah, I may go that route. Definitely anything that temporarily exiles I'm a fan of in this deck in the non-Esper, in the non-zombie build. So even in the regular build as it comes right now, I would probably expand it with some temporary exiles, like with this card. Probably put this in and try it out for the balance effect. So it's got a balance effect. I'll have to think about that. Again, flickering is not a major thing that I think would work in this deck because of the you own part. But yeah, this definitely, if I went ETB crazy, I would put this in. Destruction is always good. Again, more of the temporary exile. Actually, this is not temporary. I take it back. This is actually real exile, which means that it's really good, even if you give your opponent a bunch of lambs. Again, this is a candidate for the flickering deck. More the suite of cards that I could pull from my props for temporary exile effects. Yeah, all these are various, and then of course, yeah, O-ring, more temporary exile effects, especially with flash. So I've got all these ready to do something with. Not sure how many of them should go in the deck to make it better. Moat, right? This is like our current version of Moat. I'm not sure if I put it in the deck, but it's a really powerful effect. It can definitely jinx one of your opponents. This one's also pretty good. If you go creature heavy, not sure that I would. Then of course for the artifact, the Esper artifacts way of going about the deck, this would be in. I think this should be in, period, because it's got Scry. So I think this is a shoe-in to put in. This one too. You're doing a lot of manipulation, especially if you want to dump things in your graveyard. Yeah, I would try this one out, see where it goes. This would be even better in the Esper Artifacts build. Same here, more for the Esper Artifacts build. I really want this in because I've played the daylights out of this card and it's really powerful and it's a great way to feed your graveyard, which is something that out of the box I don't think the Aminatou deck does really at all. Even though it's got a miracle that it takes a bunch of things out of your graveyard and reanimates them. The black miracle. Card draw. Then your negate, essence scatter. If you want to go on in the control angle. I'm not sure yet. That's what I want to do. I definitely put at least one counterspell on the deck. Surprised it didn't have any. I just put one in. And I'd also put something like Forbidden Alchemy in. Don't know how many counter spells I would go for, and even if I would put a mana leak in it, but yeah, it's just something to think about. You're in blue after all. Yeah. And then of course on summon effects I've got two. This one's even better because it's return target spell. This one's return target creature. I'm not sure how creature heavy I will be. And then of course the white one, it's a choose a card name, which is lame in Commander in my opinion. But yeah, no, I'm not sure this is going to be useful, but definitely that would be useful. Okay. And then in an artifact build, I'll put this in. Just pump out a bunch of tokens. This is good to complement Tasa. So I'm going to stop right here, and then in the next video I'll discuss a bunch of other cards that I have selected as candidates to expanding Aminatou.